Art and height can literally mean the height from where you do your artwork, or it can also mean taking your artwork to the next level. And these are two categories of what I'm going to be sharing in this video. This is You See Wonders TV. Here I talk about broad range of topics, art, culture. I just share whatever I believe, my personal experience and my personal journey. So if you want to be part of what I'm doing, you can watch the video to the end. So something happened recently and it got me to like experience new heights, new horizon into art. First of all, I had to do my artwork on a very uncomfortable position. When you attempt something for the first time, there will be a little challenge that you have. Of course, you have to face it and have enough courage to overcome it. And the challenge I had was to go up on a height using very uncomfortable scaffold. There's something called scaffold. That material, just like you are seeing in this video, while I was climbing, the scaffold was actually very, very, very uncomfortable. It was not given. In fact, we needed to reinforce it from one side, and from it, I created this artwork on a school, a very wonderful school that is very close in my town. So while I was working on it, I had a lot of experiences. I saw it as attempting new heights. For my experience in painting in a very uncomfortable situation like that, first of all, yeah, it was a rough wall. Second one, it was from a height. Third one, I had to use a very uncomfortable scaffold. So I'm going to tell you guys some experiences, especially those guys, the creatives among us. There is need to, for us to learn from each other, and for a creative person to be very courageous enough to try new heights and new possibilities. The need being that anytime you become so like so restricted or so not not taking yourself out, not finding new challenges, you are going to be stuck, in the sense that you are not going to actually be a master. Even if you learn art, I don't know, there are still art schools in town. I don't know, some people may have some art schools and all that, but what actually makes you strong is not the length of time you are taught in any school. There is no art school that will give you all the whole experience you are going to be having in your work life. So as someone that is going to be a creative, or as someone that will be doing any craft work or any handwork or any design of any sort, be it digital or otherwise, or any kind of work, you must have to give yourself a space. What do I mean by a space? A space to accommodate heights, attempting new heights. Be it climbing on a rough, it can be climbing on a scaffold. There are people that are afraid of heights. I've forgotten what they call them, whatever phobia. But some people who have that kind of fear, in fact, I would say that everyone has that kind of fear, the phobia for heights. The only thing is that you keep on getting comfortable in a height that you have climbed. Let's say if you have not climbed a story building in an uncomfortable scaffold or exposed area where a little thing can happen and you find yourself on the ground. If you have not climbed it before, you'll be afraid of it. But if you conquer one story building, next time one story building will be very easy for you, and so on. So if you climb two-story building, then you become used to climbing great height. That's just how I see it. And for attempting new ways, new art concept, is like you expose yourself, you make yourself exposed, and exposure has some dangers too. So you kind of stake yourself to um, get into a certain danger or a certain mystery, a certain dark, unexplored horizons with the confidence that you will overcome it. That's the only way you can come out successful. So that's just my take, and that's my experience with painting with a scaffold and painting from a great height. So if you really enjoyed this short video, it's just a short video like blabbing on how I was able to get to that level and deliver this kind of work. I wish for you to support what you are doing by subscribing, commenting, asking questions, and from your feedback, we'll know the next right thing to do.